So games have come to an end until the All-Star break is over, and I just wanted to look back at my preseason predictions of where teams would be and where they are now. Now, I do want to start with going from the bottom to the top because a lot more are obvious where they are. The Wizards, you know, I had them in trash, and they're still the 15th seed in the East, which is wild, only 14 wins. But they have made crazy moves. They got Trae Young and AD for next season. Match with Alex Sarr, they'll get a good rookie this coming draft, and this draft is stacked. So I could even see them next year being crazy. But I was right about them being trash this year. Obviously, who wouldn't say the Wizards would be trash this year? Now, my personal bias definitely did come out with the Suns. The Suns, in general, are a play-in team 2 wins away from a playoff spot. I gotta respect Booker a little bit more. Dylan Brooks been having a pretty good season. Jalen Green, when he actually plays, he scores some points, which the Suns just need. But I wouldn't say they're still a great team, even though they are a play-in team in general. Now, here's the decent area where I was almost 5 for 5, where Jazz, Bulls, Sacramento, and Nets are missing the play-in currently. I didn't think Denny Avdija would make such a jump that putting them into a play-in spot. I do love it. I mean, a first-time All-Star with Denny Avdija, the Trailblazers have something of a future. I mean, Dame's still on their bench. Maybe he comes back next year and actually plays, I mean, like, even if he plays, if he's playing like how he was in the Bucks, then then you don't want to play him. But he is a good veteran, like, mentor to some guys, so you do kind of love that. But yeah, in general, this lineup was almost all right, just like out of playoffs, but not the worst in the league, except Sacramento is definitely the worst in the league. 12 wins. That's less than Washington. The biggest thing, it's Sacramento is doing ethical tanking. They're not benching their stars. They're not trying to lose games. There's like DeRozan's getting pissed off when they lose games. It's just straight cheeks basketball for the entire team. They deserve that first overall pick, honestly. Now, coming to the play-in spot, I was correct about the Hornets. I really thought New Orleans would make a push this year. And I guess I fell into that Zion propaganda again, like off-season. He's skinny now. He can finally play. He's still not playing very often. I believe DeJounte Murray hasn't played a single game this year. I'm not sure what's even going on with him. So yeah, they would go down to the decent category. Grizzlies are also just out of the play-in. And the biggest point of that is that they see that they're not even in play-in, so they trade JJJ, but they still have Ja. So I don't know if they're just going to be benching Ja for almost the entire year, because again, there's injury risk for him. They'll take the fine from the league for benching him, oh well. And then play him for 20 games next year and then try to trade him. Because again, they're in a full rebuild. They're going to try to get a decent draft pick this year and then go full rebuild. Now the Rockets actually surprised me a lot. They're 4th seed. Again, the bias of hating Kevin Durant, it got to me. But Sengun has been amazing. I mean, Thompson is playing really well. With Freddie out, Reed Shepherd has been showing up in games. The whole team looks really good, actually. So, I think they're definitely going to end the season as a playoff team. Or, like, just in the play-in, like, 7th seed. But I still don't see them making a real push. The Sixers are surprising. Now, obviously, the Sixers are 2 games away from being in the play-in, so I was close on that. But Joel has lost the team. It's become Tyrese Maxey's team 100%. And VJ Edgecombe has helped them a lot in that. I mean, they traded Jared McCain, so they trust VJ completely. And in these playoffs, they could make a push. I mean, in general, like, still the East, there's no clear winner of the East this year. So if anyone makes the playoffs, anyone has a chance, except for probably these play-in teams, because, like, who's really going to make it? I genuinely thought the Bucks would be better. Like, you still have Giannis. He's one of the best players in the league. And, like, sure, you don't have a lot around him, but Giannis does so much that it doesn't, like, really matter. But I guess it does really matter. They did just pick up Cam Thomas, so there is a chance that they make play-in. I mean, they're only 3 games behind the Hawks, which we'll talk about in a bit. But they're only 3 games behind to make play-in. And with Cam Thomas as the guard, I mean, he's kind of like what they wanted from Dame if he can keep up what he was doing in Brooklyn. So I don't hate that ranking still. If they didn't get Cam Thomas, I would have absolutely hated that ranking because there's no shot they're making play-in. Now the Clippers being playing, they are playing right now. By the end of the season, I'm not sure. Like, you trade Zubac, you trade Harden. If you still make play-in, that's cool, but, like, do you want to? Like, at that point, you just want a better draft pick and start building for the future and then trade Kawhi, right? But they are playing currently, and I feel like they're going to end play-in because, like, Grizzlies don't want to make a playoff push. Mavericks, I don't think want to either. Like, they went out of their way to trade AD. So, yeah, I just don't see another team in the West that would really want to be in play-in. So I could see them staying there. Now, the Warriors being play-in, I did call that before, not even knowing that, like, Jimmy would be getting hurt. But just in general, like, the team is so old, and they have to put so much on Curry's back. I mean, almost every year these past, like, 3 years. So it just won't work. Because, yeah, he does almost nothing on defense. But he's so good offensively that they can win games just by how many points he generates. A big thing with them is that Podziemski is an actual Yahoo supporter. Well, I'm saying that, but Curry's legitimately a Yahoo supporter. But, like, yeah, I just know I have this one Golden State fan friend, and he hates Podziemski until Podziemski has one good game, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're so back." So it's definitely like an abusive relationship between those, and I think it's gonna end up someone getting real hurt. Now, breaking into the playoff tier, I had Boston at like bottom of playoffs being like 6th seed, but this year Jaylen Brown and just how deep Boston is in general have brought them to the 2nd seed. What the hell is going on? And there is a chance that Tatum comes back for this playoff run. Now, obviously, don't rush it. If he's not 100%, do not bring him back. There's no point in rushing this team into winning right now because you've already won one, and it's still a really young team. You've lost Al Horford, so the team is very young in general. I don't hate them at all. Just benching Tatum the entire time, seeing what the team can do. It's almost like when Kyrie went to Boston, and then he was hurt in the playoffs, and then Tatum and Brown took over to take them decently far. The Heat. I mean, I really thought Hero and Bam would like clutch up and do some stuff. They are still a playing team. It's almost like a fact that the Heat and Hawks will be in the play-in every single year. And the Heat almost make it out of the play-in every single year. They might. I'm honestly not sure if they have every single year, but I feel like that's what it is every time. My biggest thing is the Pacers. They went to the finals last year, and obviously Tyrese has been out for the entire year, so like their playmaker, their floor general is gone. I get that. But you have other, like Pascal, Andrew Nembhard, like you have guys that helped you get to the finals, even without Tyrese. But good lord, 14th seed, 15 wins on the season, tying Brooklyn, who have Michael Don't Pass the Rock Porter Jr. It's terrible. I feel really bad for them, but like again, they just made it to the finals. They're going to be bad without Tyrese. So hopefully next year, like, honestly, being 14th seed, they get a really nice draft pick. And then hopefully Tyrese comes back ready to make it again. And especially with how he plays, I feel like a rookie playing alongside that, they could create really good chemistry immediately and make a good push for the final. Or deep playoff run. I don't know if it's like finals again, but if Tyrese got that dark magic still in him, they're doing it. I really believed in Orlando this year. Like, I loved having Paulo. I loved Franz. Desmond Bane came over. I really thought they'd be a decent playoff team. But Paulo has taken a step back. He's not the star of the team anymore. It's more Franz's team. And Bane is kind of more the second option. So I'm not even sure what's happening with Paulo on this team anymore. Like, he still fits the team, but he's not a guy that they fully rely on within games. But again, they're only 2 games away from the playoffs. So there's definitely a chance that they make it, but they have to take on Philly to break by. And Philly's having a pretty damn good season, even though they're still just 6th seed. Now, what's insane is the Spurs. Obviously, they're going to be a playoff team. Everyone knew they were going to be a playoff team. They have Wemby. They have Wemby, De'Aaron Fox, and Filler. Dylan Harper has been disappointing this year, but like playing next to Wemby and De'Aaron Fox and just all the other guys that are taking the ball, it's hard for Dylan Harper to really find his spot on this team in his first year. But I think sophomore year next year, he's going to be much better and understand how to play with the team a lot better. I had no clue, no thought that they'd be the 2nd seed in the West. That's insane how good Wemby is. I'm pretty sure, like, yesterday or 2 days ago, he had, over 20 points in 8 minutes? What are we doing? Out of all the games I've watched of San Antonio playing people, the biggest way that I've seen people stop Wemby is just, like, bully ball. Straight bully ball defense, straight bully ball offense. He's insanely tall, but he's still very lanky. He's kind of in that Giannis early years days right now, but he's obviously so much better than Giannis early days. He's in that stage where he doesn't really have muscle on top of his length. So if you just go at him soft, he can defend that. But if you go at him hard, these boys banging and banging on him, then you're going to break past him eventually. So you just got to keep banging on him to break through his defense. And I think every team needs at least one, like, small forward or power forward that does that, or even center, that can just back him down and take over the floor. Detroit surprised the hell out of me. I think they just surprised the hell out of everyone. The 1st seed. Now, obviously, I knew they were going to be a playoff team. Detroit is good now. But Cade has taken a leap. Jalen Duren has taken a leap. Like, you just got to love the team. If there were any real contenders to come out of this year, it would be Detroit going up. Because, I mean, 40 wins and 13 losses. The rule is if you make 40 wins before 20 losses, you're a championship level team. We will have to see how they actually are in the playoffs because we haven't really seen this team in the playoffs. So we'll have to see in multiple 7-game series if they can keep it going or they're just regular season demons like the Cavs were last year. I think Lakers are pretty obvious. Like, they're a playoff team. I don't think a real title contender. Braun has been very poor on this team. Like, sure, he was the oldest guy to ever get a triple-double this last game, but it's just very mid. Because a lot of the time when he's on the court, he cries to the refs. I mean, he's been doing that for years. But he's crying to the refs, doesn't get back on defense, and, like, barely does anything if it's not helping stats this year. So the Lakers are relying heavily on Luka and Austin Reeves, with definitely some help from Braun, but also DeAndre Ayton. They need him to remember that he's almost 7 feet tall at times. And I think Luka is the perfect match for that because Luka loves feeding his big men. But yeah, they're a playoff team. I don't really see them dropping out of playoffs. Like I see them being like 6th seed lowest, because like I don't see Phoenix passing them. I definitely don't see Golden State, Portland, or Clippers. So I think they're gonna stay there. My biggest miss this whole year was Dallas Mavericks being a playoff team. They have 19 wins and aren't even in the play-in. Now, the biggest thing is obviously I assumed AD would play some games. Like, sure, he's played some, but fuck, he cannot stay on the court for a week. He can't stay healthy for a full week. It's insane. And then Kyrie has still been out. Like, I'm not even sure when Kyrie's supposed to come back. But since they're playing so poorly, he could sit for an entire year. I don't know. They're going to get another pretty decent draft pick. Get the team young. They trade AD for some stuff, so they could even try to trade Kyrie this next year. And just go full young. Because Cooper Flag looks good. He started the year slowly, but Cooper Flag is amazing. My gosh. Put anything around him and he's like doing it. Like Cooper Flag and Najee Marshall are actually like the best players on the Mavs right now. So put stock into them. Denver, that was a really easy guess. And like sure they could be a real contender, but I don't really see Jamal being like 2021 Jamal. But in general, if the Nuggets go against the Lakers, Lord, they're gonna have a field day. Probably my second biggest miss was the Hawks. I projected them to be like 3rd seed in the West or the East. I projected them to be 3rd seed in the East. I thought it was an amazing team. You know, they got Trey, they got Porzingis. The team looks good. They got Jalen Johnson. He's having great years he's coming off of. I really thought they'd do something good this year. And they're still just stuck in the play-in. They trade Trey and Porzingis, so they're obviously not trying this year. But Jalen Johnson's still putting up damn good stat lines, even with McCollum on the floor. Like, he's still doing what he needs to do. So next year, I almost think that I don't know, you get a good rookie and then make Jalen Johnson the floor general and feed the hell out of that rookie. Kind of just pray that you draft the right guy or go into a full rebuild and trade JJ. Like, he has a lot of value, so you can definitely get a lot for him. You can definitely get quite a few first-round picks for him. Any playoff team, championship team would love to have JJ. I get it. Obviously, Timberwolves are still a playoff team. They are the 6th seed currently, but like 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all like 1 to 2 games away from each other. So if one team has like a 2-game winning streak and then the other teams like lose 1 game, you jump up 3 standing spots. So I think Timberwolves are still damn good. They've been playing some damn good basketball. My biggest gripe with them is that in the stretch, they don't know how to calm the hell down. They let their emotions run so strongly that they get such terrible technical fouls. Like, they're just giving free throws to the other team when it is like a 1-possession game. Sure, you didn't get a call on that side. Don't shove your opponent. Ugh. So some of those games that I watched are actually pissing me off so bad. But I still love that team. Now, for the real contenders, I think the Knicks are still generally a real contender. I've been seeing a lot of talk that they might want to get rid of Cat and trade Cat for something, because he's not like necessarily fitting the team perfectly. Which I do agree with. Sometimes he feels a little out of place on this team. But he's still one of the best centers in the league. I'd say around top 10 off the top of my head. Maybe just out of the... Or top 10 easily. Top 5 on the top of my head. Maybe 6 or 7, possibly. But yeah, they're still a contender. Like, Mikal Bridges having a good year. Jalen Brunson is having a good year, but he has really bad stretches at times. OG's a good piece. Like, they have so many good pieces. They got Josh Hart. They have so many good pieces. The team is so deep. It's almost like Boston, and they have almost the same record, where both teams are so deep that no matter what, you have to rely on them to win games because they have the better bench. They have the better seventh man than the team they're up against, kind of thing. The Cavs was kind of a miss because what I was saying with the Cavs is that they need to prove that last year wasn't a fluke and prove that they're still a top team in this league. And until this Harden trade happened, they were not proving that. They are fourth seed. Fourth seed is damn good, but they are not proving that. Like, since they got Harden, I'm pretty sure they've won their last. They're on a 5-game winning streak. So they're still a damn good team. Like, Donovan Mitchell's amazing, but at times it feels like Donovan Mitchell's the only one that can do anything on the court. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley might, like, them working together might have to be disbanded. I don't know if that front court is amazing anymore. It just shows that they're not, like, that great offensively. Their defense is amazing, 100%. But then that forces Mitchell to do everything on the offensive end. But now with Harden, there's always a chance. I still think they're a real contender, but they have a lot to prove in these playoffs. Especially Harden. Harden has a lot to prove in these playoffs. And then last but not least, like we all know, OKC, best team in the league. They're the best team in the league. There's no beating them at the moment in the regular season. Obviously, playoffs, there's a definite chance anyone could beat them. But Shea is still playing at MVP level. Jalen Williams, honestly, is a little worse this year. But Chet's been healthy almost the entire year and has been better this year. They got Jared McCain coming off bench now. Like, they just have so many pieces. Alex Caruso being their glue man. Like, it's so hard to just beat that. Especially in the regular season where they're used to winning so many games. And they're used to putting in that work for 82 games a season. So, they're definitely the front runners for the chip. But I could see, I see San Antonio beating them in a 7-game series. Wemby hates Chet. I'm not even sure why it's happening. Like, I know they got drafted around the same time, and they got compared to a lot, but Wemby loves to dog on Chet. There's a chance Nuggets beat them. They almost beat them last year, and they're about the same team also. I don't think Houston has a chance. I don't think Lakers have a chance. Wolves definitely have a chance. Last year was bad. They got gentlemen swept, I believe. But we're just better this year. We did lose Nah, but, I still believe in him. But yeah, that was me coming back to this list from the beginning of the season. I got almost everything right. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe 5 misses out of 30 teams. Pretty damn good. 5 or 6, yeah, I think so. But thank you so much for watching. That was my recap of my preseason review. And I'll see y'all in the next one.